Welcome back everyone to the YouTube channel. Um, I wasn't gonna make a video this week. Well, actually, I wasn't gonna make a video as yet, but came on the chart here to change the alerts at some levels that I put on when the market closed Friday. And I say, you know what, let me just make the video here one time. So, with that being said, let's hop right into it. So, as we know, I had a level I was looking at in the previous video. I actually was looking for price to come down to just about, actually I was looking for price to come down just to about here, which was actually like the weekly gap that I had highlighted from a while ago. And obviously if we had got down to anywhere near this price, I was definitely looking to buy. But and we was on the dealing range that I had mapped out, but we didn't want to buy much. But the point is, we didn't get down as low as I expected we get down. We got down to about, just about, I would say like 10 pips above the level I was expecting. Go watch the last video and you guys would see where I was expecting. From the time I saw this accumulation, and here we start breaking down, and we got this um structure in price here. I was expecting us to get down to at least here. I had this drawn out like since like the 29th, or maybe even the 5th of September. I was expecting us to get down to somewhere near this standard deviation, but we came down to about, okay, looking at it now, about 25 pips. But from how I had my stuff drawn out, it was about maybe 10 to 15 pips, almost 30 pips. But we saw we got this rejection here from the dollar index from the weekly last week open, and it will coincide with us on the weekly rejecting this opening price of the bullish day, or the bullish week last week, the last bullish week that we had. So the fact that we basically swept this low. Because again, if you're looking to go long, you'd want to see a sweep, and we could consider this a sweep, because if we even look at it on the daily chart here, we have our accumulation, and underneath this accumulation in here is where we'll find the manipulation. So from like a higher time frame, we have if you look at it as a, let me say if this was a 15-minute chart or something, you know, we would definitely see a low, a swing low, we trade up, we trade down, or not even a 15 minutes, let's say if it's a 1-minute chart, we definitely see something like a low, we created a high, but we didn't take out this long-term high, we created like a short-term high, and we traded down here. If this was a 1-minute chart, we would have swept this low, and ideally, the reason why I wasn't looking to buy as yet, I wanted to see like this candle in here close closer to the opening price. Then I didn't mind we had a candle underneath here that was bullish. I would have wanted to see the next candle close bullish. That's what we saw here. So if this had closed more here, and then this candle would have closed bullish, which would have been a little bit more to this opening price, and then this candle in here, we ignore this candle, and this candle would have to be the next candle following that close to go higher. But it happened a little differently. Again, even though this is a daily chart, I like to look at the candles as a 1-minute chart, so I can kind of have context of what I would expect the other candles, the preceding candles, to open and do. And that would be the direction. Now mind you, I was always bullish coming into this market, but we had to trade with the current trend that we were seeing at the time, unless we wanted to sit on our hands until we get down here, which is always an option too, but come on. So now this being a daily chart, what we saw was we closed above a bullish day, but most importantly, we broke a bearish day. If we drop to the 4-hour chart, we have some context. We swept, if you can see here, we swept. I could put on my stuff here so you can see we had our accumulation, a nice accumulation here Monday through Tuesday going into Wednesday and Thursday. Then I love to see accumulations. Whenever I see accumulations, especially on a 4-hour chart, That's like a gold mine for me. We traded lower here in the New York session Wednesday. So this week was actually the lower of the week. Wednesday was the lower of the week. But Wednesday going to Thursday. We had a Wednesday lower of the week, and then we had the Thursday midday reversal up into the opening price for that week. And we have a nice price action in here. Power tree. We have accumulation. We have manipulation. This whole leg here was manipulation. It looking like this on the forward chart, but on the 1 hour chart, you would see the accumulation. Then we had the manipulation. Now I believe this was CPI was the Tuesday. CPI was Tuesday, right? I believe. So this was CPI here, and we have the manipulation underneath the forward accumulation, tagging all the traders who selling on weakness. The stops will be up top here. Look how quickly they reaccumulated on Tuesday and went up. It's so funny. I was watching this here Tuesday in London. I was right in here. Actually, it was 2 o'clock. So 2 o'clock London. When we was coming down in here, I just normally operate at London between 3 and half past 4. So this price leg in here between 3, I was looking to go long, and I was watching how we trade down into the average weekly range. But the fact that we had the average monthly range so close, I was like, I think like London would want to at least touch there, and that would liquidate Thursday price. But in my head, I was like, go long, boy. I say, you know what? Nah, let me wait for context and confirmation. So I did get stopped out on my live account on the small 10K when I went short. In actual, I was that short. I was that short, yeah. Yeah, I was in short. I went short inside of somewhere in here. Yeah, yeah, I was short in here. And then we turned and got stopped out. I posted that in the last video also. But we're looking at price action going into next week, where I expect that week to trade. Now, if we look at the charts, we can see that we have our bullish close, but we didn't close above the previous week opening price. To me, that's important. And oddly enough, yesterday when I had a class, and this candle was a bearish candle, and when I open it now, it's looking like a bullish candle. But I digress. Next week, especially how we see the volume coming in on Friday, very, very, very little volume. If you look at the opening price at the top left, we opened at I just call the last 4 digits 1241, but look at how we closed 1240. So we had like our 1 pip difference from the opening and the close, pipette actually. But the range wasn't all that, so we didn't have much volume Friday. But next week we have a lot of news coming in, so I actually going off of the candlesticks, what I would expect, and we like more GU. So I would look at Monday price and Tuesday price, and I'll be up for London based on what Monday and Tuesday do. I'll be up for London to see how we trade. Now, what I'm looking at here from the daily chart is, again, if this was our 1 hour 1 minute chart, after we trade down into 1 minute lows and we break these highs, I understand that Friday didn't have no use or anything, and that's why the volume was so low. But ideally, if this was our 1 minute chart, after we get this big candle here, this candle was supposed to also be a very, it don't necessarily have to be as big as this, but I would have liked to see the opening price maybe close bullish up top here, or even closer to the high, and then, well, I can understand Monday pull back, and then Tuesday come take Monday and Friday low, and then Tuesday or Wednesday be the low of the week. The fact that we didn't see that, that's why I definitely would more move to the side of waiting on Monday price action and to see how we trade, because we can clearly see if you go to the 1 hour chart, and well, yeah, the 1 hour chart, we can see that we had a big accumulation basically Friday. Friday we didn't do anything really. We traded up into this period right here, and the fact that we didn't hit it and come all the way back down also is our next important thing for me. We trade up into a daily order block, a 4 hour gap, and we didn't really get immediate reaction back to the downside. Normally when we trade into these PDRs, I would like to see it, if you really wanted to continue going lower, as soon as we hit it Tuesday in the Asia session, we would have started move lower. We would have started move lower immediately to come back inside this accumulation. If you notice, I have a second stage buy model in here. How I see it as, we have accumulation, we dip down underneath it, break lower, and then we traded above it. So actually looking at this accumulation to kind of just come down into maybe about just the top of the range there, the breaker. This candle here, I would expect this candle here to hold, this up candle to not be broken. That's why I have the alert here, but I came on today to also put an alert here when the market open. Whenever price get down into here, I would definitely like to see how we move there, and also on wrong side. Also on EU, I would definitely like to see how we move when price get down to the previously open. See how we have these levels in here. When it reset for the new day, I would want to see where they at, what to line up with, and whatnot. This gap in here, I wouldn't really want it to be filled. If we have to trade out into it, I would definitely just want to get to 50% of the gap, which is why I have the alert there, and then we take off, and from a smaller time frame we aim for these highs and this high. But again, I really like to trade GU more this year. So when we get down into, if we get down into any of these levels, I would definitely want us to come up to the previous week. Now, the reason why I missed the long also is because where I had my box drawn out down here, I had it drawn out there so long ago that I didn't realize that I could have used the top of this wick and the bottom of this wick as the weekly gap, and use this middle candle as the structure for the 1 2 3 middle candle, hit it, fair value gap, normal. What a fair value gap would have done on a 1 minute chart price. Think of it as a 1 minute chart. When we fill the 50% of the weekly fair value of the 50% of the fair value gap, we normally move away. So if I draw the box from the top of this candle here across, went just underneath 50% of the gap. I think that was like about maybe 15 pips. Oh, okay, it's 27 pips of the gap, and we saw the midweek reversal Tuesday, and we traded our way. Now again, if this was a 1 minute chart, when it hit that and trade away, we should have closed up at least above this candle, just going off a normal candle price. But we have to also remember that this was our weekly chart, so it takes a little while. So the fact that we have this big wick is a good sign. So I expect maybe just a open, a down move, and boom, a close above. Next week I definitely expecting a close above this previous week and this week, and then I could potentially use this week as a order block forming, which is on a weekly chart, so you can expect the volume not to be coming in, and we could look at to target these highs up here. So that'll be it for this video. I just make it one time since I open up the charts. We just had to wait and see. Again, we moving off our daily price action. Everybody already know how I trade, so I definitely will make the videos short the week with the trades I take. I'll make them better than last week, and when we end the week, you know what we do, come back and check it, see how we do, and just keep it pushing. My goal is to try to pass the challenge 350k before October, because I really don't want to be on the charts going into November, December, because from last year, my first year was my first year was from this year to now. But when I was doing my studies from last year February to the end of the year, I noticed December was garbage. I still traded December because I needed to see price, but based on my knowledge, what I gained from that first year, yeah, I really wouldn't want to push at least my 50k and my 10k accounts live. I wouldn't want to push it in. Maybe I might buy like a small, like a 25k account, and just use that account alone and see how prices over there on that account, and whatever happen on that account happen. I'm more inclined to do that, but with these accounts, I'm not doing that. So the goal is to pass before November, before well, by the end of October, and yeah, if we don't get it, well, we don't get it. If we get it, we get it, and well, by the 10k, I'm trying to see if I can get our account to 10k. I want to just double our account, and then start trading personal funds, personal capital from that point. So I'll keep you guys locked in as usual. This is my trading journey, Um, when I reach a area where um let's say at personal funds, because my goal is to get to at least 25k personal funds, and then just link everything to that account and trade from there. I will start to switch up the content to more to something what I would want the page to expand towards as it goes. But till then, we're just keeping it educational and informal. I want to keep the videos on the YouTube with the trading at least very straight to the point. I don't want to dilly dally. I don't want to lollygaga. I don't want to make too long videos. I just want to show exactly how I trade, straight to the point. And so if anybody is to come to the channel, when it comes to the entries and trading parts, they could get direct, maybe under 5-10 minutes, what they're looking for. And well, when I have more mentorship days where we will have the full breakdown, longer videos, questions, all of those stuff. So I'll catch you guys back next week.